Why are we selling our goats?
Because I can't take care of them well.
Today is the day. Miss Norma Jean, you are a sweetie. You've always been a sweetie. Why did we get our goats?
When the pandemic first started, our cow was dry, and I could not get milk from the store. So I bought goats so I could serve our family milk, and it worked. Our family's used to like rich, creamy, sweet milk from a Jersey cow and from the kind of goats that we had before, which were Nubians and Nigerians. And I think the Alpine milk is great, but my children are spoiled with Jersey milk.
What specifically were you struggling with in taking care of them?
I just can't take care of them. Goats just take a lot of observation, spending time with them. You just have to stay on top of them. Goats were originally from very arid areas of the world. We live in an extremely wet area of the world, so you have to pay very close attention to parasites and their hooves. And we're also copper and selenium deficient here. And none of these things are a problem if you have the time to manage your herd really well, which I have been able to in the past. I know how to manage a herd well, and I know that currently I cannot spend the time with them taking care of their needs, and I think it's better to let them go than to keep them. Also, the milk isn't my family's favorite, so it's fine to pivot. Like, that's part of life, and it's a really good lesson to learn in farming, homesteading, in all of life, is to learn to pivot and not to hold on to something just because you want it or you think you want it. But I've known for months that I was gonna sell the goats. I just hadn't had the energy to sell them, and someone actually reached out to me and asked me if I was getting rid of them, and I was like, actually yes, and I know that they're gonna care for, and they're taking the whole herd. So that's really good. These are not my favorite goats. These are not goats that I like fell totally in love with. I've my Nubian herd that was gorgeous and that I worked on for years, that I sold whenever we lost our home for the same reasons, those were the goats of my heart. And maybe one day I'll have goats again. But we have a milk cow, and she provides really more of our family's needs than goats do. The thing I like about having the goats is, one, in the middle of the pandemic, they were an affordable option to supply milk for my family. But two, my young children can handle them, and my young children can't handle a cow. Are you gonna help? Can you brush her? It's really a beautiful thing watching my children interact with our farm animals. I think my favorite is watching my young children interact with goats. They can help manage the goats, they can lead the goats, they can play with the goats, they can milk the goats, they can help with the care of the goats. And you may say, well, then why aren't they helping you now? Because ultimately the responsibility really falls to me. And I think that living animals take a lot of emotional and mental energy, and that's really the kind of energy I don't currently have to give to them. This is a great solution, is providing another family who does have that with a good herd of goats from a really good dairy. So these are great goats. They're getting some really good goats. This family knows that I have struggled to care for the goats the last few months, and that they will need some TLC. They need some attention to their hooves and to worming. But their coats actually look really good because we were able to keep up with the copper bollusing.
You are looking dapper. A little too dapper for the mud and the poo. Hey goats. Today is the day. Miss Norma Jean, you are a sweetie. You've always been a sweetie. That's Norma Jean. What's the other one named? Let's see. That is Moonlight Closer, Norma Jean Further, and Sweetie, the sweet goat. Here comes the sweet steer. Just walk to me. He just wants to say hi.
Hi.
He's just curious.
Hey.
He's always curious. He always wants to say howdy. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you sitting in the pasture? It doesn't make sense. We're going to come try to find out. See if we can smell a reason why. If you lay down in a pasture, cows will just surround you. They're like, what is happening here?
Are they gonna run over you too?
No, they won't hurt you. They'll just come all around you and sniff you.
Why are they coming over here?
Here, lay down and see what they do. Lay down and don't listen. See what happens.
Why is he walking?
He's rubbing his nose on me. He's using me as to scratch.
What's he doing close to us?
Yeah, I won't let him hurt you. If he steps towards you too much, I'll jump right up and he'll get back. He's like. I'm a little worried about getting Moonlight, the youngest goat, female goat, into the trailer because she does not have a collar on and she's the least tame of all the goats. We'll see how it goes though. I think she'll follow her mom. Come on. Hop, 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 hop. Bam. All right, walk to the front of the barn.
Okay. I'm bringing my bowls.
Bring your bowls.
Okay.
I got some grain. You stay here until I have just the goats in, okay? I don't want you in with the cows. This should be easy because the goats come much faster than the cows. Hey, goats! Hey, goats! Hey, goats! Hey, goats! Oh, the cows are closer though, so we may have a little... Oh, we're gonna have a rodeo in the barn. Hey, goats! Hey, goats! Hey, goats! All right, the goats are gonna come. I'm gonna try to put the steer in here. He's the first comer. I'm gonna just put a little grain in this bucket for this steer. Got a bucket in this stall. Here, go with that. Hey, goats! We'll lock him in here. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. He's a troublemaker. All right, little heifer, come on, little heifer. I'll give you a little grain in this stall in a bucket. And then we'll lock you in here. Watch out. Alright, she's the other troublemaker. Put away. Here we go. The goats are in. Come on, hey goats! They see each other eating. Miss Monica and Sweetie fighting over grain. There's Moonlight. And... Sorry, Alice. See ya. Done. And they're gonna fight over some grain, which that's just how they do. Goats are like little rats, kind of. I like cows better than goats. I've always said if cows acted like goats, they would kill you. Because goats have such poor manners. Cows have a little respect for your body. Most cows. But goats have no respect. They'll just jump on you, they'll plow into you, and that could be some training. We've worked on training. We haven't let them jump on us ever. But man, if cows acted like goats, they would run you down, trample you, knock you down, kill you. It's time to say bye to Sweetie, come on. The cows are locked up. Mr. Wilder is the one who's most upset about the goats leaving. He loves Sweetie the goat because he's just so much fun and easy to handle, and you can pet him and headbutt him. I don't let him do that, but he's done it some. All right, say bye to Sweetie.
His mom.
Bye-bye, Sweetie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Sweetie. We love you. You are a sweet, sweet goat. The sweetest goat we've ever had, actually. But he's a wether, so he's only good for a companion or for a pet.
What is that thing over
or
here
for hamburger.
What is that for?
That's what? The milking stand? That's a goat milking stand. We've used it before many times. We'll use it again, but not on these goats. Maybe they're babies in a few years still.
And these goats for our babies?
Several of them are babies. They're here to get the goats. So we're gonna, in just a minute, we're gonna go talk to them, and we'll come get the goats and lead them out and put them in the trailer. Bye, goats. You guys have been awesome. Wilder, come on. You can slide that closed, and then we can just grab them. But my only concern, the youngest little doeling with horns has never been tamed. All the others are like super friendly.
Sure, yeah, no problem.
We've got 2 bucks on property right now, so he'll probably fall right in line. All right, you want me to just leave one at a time?
Maybe we can get her a few advanced a little bit right there. We've got her.
I got the boy.
Both come in. I'll open this door. And you get Sweetie, Wilder. I'm gonna get the mamas. Follow. It's okay. Let's go. It's okay. Go follow your baby. Follow your baby. It's okay.
Oh boy. Someone want to swing the door a little close? Oh. Good catch.
All right, nice. We got it.
What are you doing? He might touch the fence. I don't want you to get shocked. Brush her.
Yeah. Dad.
You're done.
Hey, how are you feeling about them being gone?
Bad.
Bad? You're pretty sad, aren't you? Are you a goat now? What are you?
Dad.
A cow, okay. Dapper pants. Cow.
I'm really glad to be taking them. They look like great goats, and
I think they are.
we'll get them bred this year, hopefully. And
What bucks do you have? I'm curious.
we've got a Kiko buck, and then we've got a dwarf mix, probably with some Kiko as well.
Okay, cool.
Nigerian dwarf. So either potentially could breed these.
That's
guys.
awesome. I think they're great goats. I will say their milk isn't my favorite goat milk. My wife liked it. It's not the sweetest milk, but it's also not, and I don't have experience with them, but it's not like a toggle burn like goaty. It's just, it wasn't like super sweet.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, okay.
but we drank it, and it's great. There's nothing wrong with it.
Sure.
It's just, we were kind of spoiled on Jersey, I think.
I hear you, yeah.
Okay, that was painless, and they're happy with those goats. They're good little goats. Tough, pretty tough, and good milkers. So I did take a dive, grab Moonbeam. She's not tame. She's the only goat who's not totally tame. And then it would have been fine. I would have just had her by the leg, grabbed her body real quick. But when I got her, her mom decided to run like through under my arm, so I got dragged down. It was a little rambunctious for a minute. Bam, it's a done deed. The goats are gone.
How did it go?
They went great. He seemed happy with them, said he thought they looked good.
Yeah.
I think they're great goats, honestly.
Did you tell him how their hooves needed attention?
Yep, and he was aware of that. Not worried about it. Alrighty, it's done. We're goatless and happy.
What's also really great is now we can set up our winter area for our cows, which means they'll have the barn and a loafing area just outside the barn. And we could do that with the goats, but it's just a lot simpler and easier to do it with cows. So,
That's that. We're goatless
we're goatless.
and happy.